Welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to pretty much be showing you how to create an iridescence shader. So pretty much we're just going to get started today with this tutorial. Hopefully it's a pretty quick video. To start, we're going to just like create basically a new shader script. So just like a standard surface shader, and we're going to call it Iridescent. And we're just going to open it. Yeah, we're just going to pretty much copy and paste the code from the Iridescent shader. For you guys, that code's in the description. All you have to do is pretty much just copy and paste this function into here. So now that we have that, we have this shader which is called Iridescent. I might actually just go ahead and call mine Iridescence shader, because I already have one called Iridescent, and I'll just change the shader name to Iridescence. So we'll just quickly test it now and I'll show you how it works. That's pretty much it. We'll just create a cube. So we'll just apply the shader. So what you have to do is just create a new material, just call it like cube iridescence, and we'll change the shader selected here to the iridescence shader that we just created, and we'll just drag it onto the cube. So now we can mess around with the color and also the indirect color. Set the base color most likely to like purple or something, and then the indirect color we can set it to like a green or like a dark sort of green color, and we can sort of get this effect where the colors change depending on the direction that you're looking at the object in. Now it has a few other little functions here. For instance, one of them is the metallic function. So by turning that up, we get a more metallic sort of look on the cube. And I might just create also a sphere. I guess it's no longer cube iridescence, but whatever. I can also increase the iridescence function to get more green or less green, like that, which really gives us that sort of anodized metal kind of look. You can also increase the smoothness, so to make a more matte sort of object or a much more metallic object. As you can see, like that looks very metallic, kind of like a black pearl almost. I could also change this to be black, so like black and purple, for instance, which would look pretty cool. So it's like this weird black pearl sort of metal color, which looks awesome. Anyway, so that's pretty much that. Like if we wanted to make a pearl sort of looking thing, you would probably use like a very soft pink and white, and then drop the smoothness and keep the metallic up. Then you get this sort of like pink sort of pearl-ish color, and maybe drop out the metallic and increase the smoothness, and you just play around with these until you get an effect that you like. Alright guys, final part of the tutorial. I want to show you how you can actually add some texture to this iridescent shader, because the actual shader itself doesn't have a texture input. You could add one, however, this is the easiest way that I've actually found so far to add, for instance, a normal map or an ambient occlusion map. So pretty much all you have to do is choose a normal map or ambient occlusion map and just import them into Unity. So I'm just going to find some samples real quick, and then I'll show you how to do it. And we'll also grab a normal map. So normal map, texture map sample. Anyway, I'm just going to choose a sample and then we'll cut back into the video. So we'll just import these two into Unity. the normal map has to be selected as a normal map. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new material now, and we're just going to call it Pearl like overlay, basically. Now Pearl overlay has to be set to transparent, and the albedo actually has to have an alpha of 0. So we make it completely like this transparent, sort of ghostly looking thing. And now we're just going to apply the normal map and also the ambient occlusion map to this material. Now we just go over to whatever object the shader is applied on, and in the mesh renderer here, you see the materials array. We're going to add another material into that array, basically, and just drag the overlay material into there as well, so that they actually overlay on top of each other. Now we get this effect here. Looks kind of weird, but you get the point. And we can obviously use other normals and ambient occlusions to generate other kinds of effects. Like here I have like a mosaic kind of ambient occlusion map. If we just change that, you can see that it becomes, you sort of get that coming through in the background there. And what else have I got? I think I have this like scrunchy rock type normal map, which we can also try. As you can see, that creates this sort of roughness texture to the shader. You can also remove that and you get this kind of effect, more like a roughness on the pearl, whereas before we didn't have that. So like, as you can see, that's very smooth versus this has some roughness and texture to it while maintaining the shader. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's like the whole video. I just wanted to share that. It was very useful to me for some of the work that I was doing, and I spent ages looking for a good iridescence pearlescence shader, so hopefully this helps someone out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.